We're in Buenos Aires, the capital of Argentina. It's one of South America's most important big cities, and it's the city with the highest number of citizens of Italian origin in the world. It was founded in 1536 by Spanish explorer Pedro de Mendoza. Its development flourished during the second half of the 19th century with the onset of mass immigration from Europe. Spanish, Italian, German, Russian, Polish and Middle Eastern immigrants all flocked here because of policies implemented by the Argentinian government, which was in need of more laborers. But the contingent of Italian immigrants was the greatest. By the end of the 19th century, Italians accounted for over 60% of total immigrants. The demographic growth that Buenos Aires has undergone in recent decades has caused expansion to the point of annexing 24 neighboring municipalities, creating a greater urban area with a population of over 14 million people. Today, Gran Buenos Aires is the city that has the greatest number of inhabitants of Italian origin in the world. The number of Italians here is twice the population of Rome. Plaza de Mayo is Buenos Aires' main square. The city's most important civil and religious buildings overlook this square. La Casa Rosada, the seat of the national government, the cathedral, the seat of the municipal government, and the National Bank. Plaza de Mayo is the center of Buenos Aires' political life, and consequently that of Argentina as well. Its current name, which means May Square, commemorates the revolution that took place in May of 1810, which triggered a process culminating in its independence from Spain in 1816. Puerto Madero is this city's magnificent port, which was completely transformed in 1990 by an enormous renovation project, which saw the participation of some of the world's most important architects, such as Norman Foster, Santiago Calatrava, and Philippe Starck. The old warehouses surrounding the port have been turned into elegant homes, offices, private universities, luxury hotels, and restaurants. Today, this is one of the city's trendiest and most elegant neighborhoods. Just a few miles north, in the outskirts of Buenos Aires, preparations are fervently underway for a big game hunting expedition. We will soon be leaving for a very long trip, which will have us cross the entire country, from the border with Paraguay to the north, all the way to the south. We will be hunting Argentina's big game, and we'll be going from subtropical temperatures in the north to cold desert climes in Patagonia. We're about to meet Daniel, the Argentinian outfitter, who will be accompanying us on our adventure. Hi, how are you? How are you? Everything all right? Fine, thanks. The trip was a bit long, but beautiful. This is our map of Argentina. We'll be hunting buffalo in Formosa, two kinds of peccary, collared peccary and white-lipped peccary in Chaco, and also roe deer. Then we'll be heading off to Sierra de la Ventana in the province of Buenos Aires to hunt red deer, fallow deer, and black antelope. Then we'll be off to Patagonia, Rio Negro, to hunt puma and ram. This is a gargantuan trip. From here to go down, up and back down again must be around 3,000 miles. That's more than half of Argentina. Yes, it's more or less 3,000 miles. And Rio Negro will take us all the way down to Patagonia. Patagonia begins in the south of the Pampas and goes on south of there. And that's exactly where the puma is. Yes, the area. Puma can be found all over Argentina, but we'd like to hunt for it here. This area is better than others because it has more animals, so it's easier for the hunter to encounter it. Who's going to be the hunter, and who will accompany us throughout the whole long trip? Our friend Renato. Hi, Renato. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure. Hi, Daniel. Hi. Have you heard our hunting schedule, Renato? You've been briefed. Yes, we've spoken many times about it. It's a very tight schedule, but are you up to the challenge of capturing all the animals Daniel mentioned? I'm really looking forward to it, so... You may be looking forward to it, but it's also a responsibility because many people will be watching. We'll get them all. Great. So we're ready for our great hunt in Argentina. From the Pampas in the south-central area to Formosa in the north, and then back down to Rio Negro in Patagonia, where we'll be hunting the Argentinian puma. We arrived in Buenos Aires yesterday, and we're now leaving from Daniel's house to head off for Chaco. That's a 10-hour drive from here, and that's where we'll begin our first hunt. Bye. See you later. Let's go hunt buffalo. Daniel is Argentinian from Buenos Aires, but he is of Italian origin. He's a renowned outfitter. He has many Italian clients. His organization is based in the Pampas. The ranch he owns there is not far from the grounds for hunting turtle doves and aquatic birds. But Daniel has excellent connections in all the hunting areas in the country, and it's only with his help that we could dare to take on such an ambitious itinerary. This is the Pan American Highway. You can go as far as the United States on this road.